May know from, I hope you're all on our email list and you receive notices every week of what's going on here. Anybody here for the first time? We always ask that. Welcome. Welcome. I hope you enjoy the evening. And as you exit, if you'd like to add your name, we only use it to keep you notified of what's going on. So you'll see if you like us. We come for peace. We come for love. We come to learn. And this evening should be very exciting. As many of you may know, this is the month of Rakhi. Rakhi is a holiday, a festival that traditionally has to do with brother and sisterly love. And the sister ties a Rakhi. I don't have mine yet, but it's a string. Some of you from the Indian culture or may know this from here. And it symbolizes a bond. And traditionally, it was between brother and sister, their loyalty to each other, their love for each other, taking care of each other. Then it spread to other relatives. It has a little different meaning for us here because we talk about the bond that we have with a supreme soul, as you know, if you've been coming here every week. So the bond we have is one of love, of course, and purity, and trying to do our best in thought, word, and deed, which is pretty much the theme of every session here on Thursday nights, as you know. And together we've learned so much. I've learned from you. I know Michelle has too. And of course, we all learn from beautiful panelists that we present. So tonight we have, in the theme of the bond of love, literally and figuratively, we have tonight, the topic is the expression of love, which is quite an interesting topic. Sometimes we express love and the other person doesn't take it the way we intended. Sometimes we express love and we think we're being very loving and we're not. So I have no idea what the panelists are going to talk about specifically, but I can assure you that you will leave here with some more insights into how to be more loving. Would you say that's correct, sisters? Okay, so we have Sister Nero that some of you may have met already, and you've been a student 5 years, is that right? And Sister Rupa, about the same, 4, 5. Oh, is it 8? Okay, and I'm going to be 9 myself. And we have brother, he's the senior. Doesn't he look much older than we are? No. And I think brother Narayan, you said maybe sweet 16 here as a Brahmin. So I'm sure that you'll learn a lot from these 3 people. The moderator this evening will be Sister Anjani. How many of you know Sister Anjani? She is the coordinator of Harmony House. How many years have you been here with us? 30. Okay. So it should be a very interesting evening. So in celebrating unity and bonds of love, purity, affection, how to treat each other the way we want to be treated. Without further ado, may I invite you all to the stage, and I'll let Sister Anjani introduce the program. Thank you.
Om Shanti, and a very good evening to all of you. And I'm actually quite excited this evening, really happy this evening, because I have 3 people on stage here with me where we all study together. We all practice the same thing because the lesson is the same. And they might see me sometimes or as the teacher of the center. But we are all students here together studying, whether it's Luis, whether it's Jennifer, whether it's all of so many of you who do come here and study at Global Harmony House. And we have also Brother Eric in the sound room. He's always hidden up there unless he has a show to put up. And so everyone comes and we all study the same study. And I feel that's the biggest expression of love that we can offer to ourselves. And that is what all of you have given yourself this evening is that form of love, because you've given yourself a treat by being in this beautiful, beautiful, peaceful atmosphere. And so this evening, they're not only students, they're not only my brothers and my brother and sisters, but they're like my friends. And so we're still students, yes. That's right. We study every day. Right. And so I would like to ask my three friends here, my brother and my sisters, what does expression of love means to you? Brother Narayan, we will start with you. How do you see this? He has a mic. How do you see this, the experience, and how this expression takes form in your life? You can turn it around. Turn it. Great. Yeah, it's okay like that. It's fine.
Om Shanti. Can you all hear me now? Okay. So what is expression of love? So when you love somebody, when you love something, what do? The first thing is we listen to them. We follow whatever they are saying. If you love somebody, we listen to them. And we follow whatever they are saying. We listen very carefully. And we give only good things to them because we love them. Whatever they say, we take it in a positive way. If you don't like somebody, even if they're saying something positive, we may take it in a negative way. If we like somebody, whatever they say, we take it in a positive way. And also we feel like they love us. And also we feel like we trust them. We respect them. We have an honor in the relationship. So that way we are able to serve everybody. We are able to help everyone. We are able to help everyone who comes into a relationship, who comes in contact with us, who we meet every day, who we work with every day. We are able to share that expression of love. We are able to work with everybody. We are able to respect everyone. That's how I see it.
Thank you, Narayan Bhai. Maybe we will hear from Sister Rupa, but Narayan Bhai Brother Narayan works in the IT world. Very busy, but while he's very busy in his job, he's always available for whatever has to happen. So just to touch on a little of his specialities. And so, yes, Sister Rupa.
Shanti. For expression of love for me, it's not only hugging each other, kissing each other, or patting each other. It's just like unspoken language. It's just like a soundless nature come from inside. And to share the love and experience the love for each other. That is the best example of the mother and child. Because when child is a newborn child, don't understand the language. He only understands the feelings of the mothers. He only understands the sensation of the mothers, vibration of the mothers. And there is a beautiful bond with each other through the love, which is unspoken love. And there is also, when we go to the temples, church, and synagogue, how we feel over there. We feel so calm, cool. It's just like all burdens is gone, erased from the mind, because there is a vibration. Each and every one's mind is loving to the God, and God loves them. So these vibration affect to the atmosphere, and that we cages, and that we experience the love, which is unspoken, which is there. That's why they say that love has no language. It only comes from your deep down through the vibration, through the thoughts, through the feelings. That is the beautiful. I always learn example from the mother and child, how they hold each other and exchange their love through gesture, through sensation. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Rupa. And again, her specialty is one of very easy. You know, I could pick up the phone and call her. Once she's available, she reaches here. And we have many different things we do here, whether we have to, you know, prepare the food for the larger family or whatever it is that we have activities that's happening. They both become, or all three become part of the activities here at Global Harmony House. So appreciating their qualities, expression of love, and we'll hear from Neeru.
For me, expression of love is very natural when you come from the true, authentic self. It has to come from that pure place. It's not something that you can, fake or you can pretend. Like we see, the sun is naturally shining, no matter how many clouds are in front. It does not stop shining, it's natural. Likewise, the wind is blowing, the flowers are secreting that fragrance, and it's natural. The trees giving the shade, the fruits they bear. That's what it does. And we, the being, for us, we all have the tree of expressions within us. So our awareness is like a seed. What awareness am I in? Based on what awareness you have comes your attitude. And based on attitude comes your expression. And expression, you have a peaceful attitude, you feel you're a being of peace, which we all are. The being of love, which we all are. And then what comes in expression? The thoughts will be of love, the words will be of love, and the actions you will do is coming from deep down where you really care for someone. So for me, I feel that expressions is all emerges from the tree, which is all within us, within you, within me. We have the choice what expressions we want to come in. What happens is that when we are interacting with people, when we are in situations, we are not constant. We're not like the sun. We are not like the flower who's giving regardless of who's in front. We, the ego of us or ego personality within us, we kind of shift or change our attitude or behavior. Our expressions change, our words change, our thoughts change based on who's in front, what the situation is. That is not pure love. So it's the need, the being we are. Once we realize we are that divine being where we have the divine qualities within us, and we are that constant, all that which is there, I have the choice. What awareness I want to keep myself in, what attitude I want to come in, what expressions I want to use. And each expression I use, it leaves an impression. It leaves an impression on myself and leaves an impression on the other. You come to my home, I can give you $1,000, but I just put the food in front and I just walk out. Hey, help yourself. And I go. But versus I just make something very light, something small, not like a fancy dish, and I serve with love. I treat you with respect, and I am there and serving you and making everything beautiful. You will remember that because it left an impression. That's all I'd say about my expression.
Great, wonderful. And so we see that we could do things both ways, right? We can do things with a different attitude where we can create an impact in someone or within even ourselves, which is not so beautiful. And then we can do that which is very small, but you never forget it. And I'm sure if each one of you, go back in life and look at the scenes and see how many things have impacted your life, it has left a very deep feeling of whether of happiness or whether of sorrow. Someone may speak to us, and then how do we speak? That creates an impact. And someone, just sweetly 2 words, or just a smile, as Neera was sharing, the baby and the mother and the child. So let's see how we go deeper and deeper into this experience of this expression. Now, how do you create that impact in relationship to yourself?
By maintaining self-respect. So self-respect typically means we usually assume self-respect means someone is respecting us. They are not giving me respect. Someone is not giving me the respect what I'm supposed to get. Or they are not thinking that what I am a lot bigger than what they think. Self-respect is not really mean that. Self-respect typically means what is our quality and are we staying in that quality? Say, for an example, we are a peaceful person. I'm a peaceful person. I'm a joyful person. I'm a trustworthy person. I'm a helpful person. I am always happy person. I'm so lucky person. So am I staying in the self-respect? Am I peaceful all the time? Am I happy all the time? Am I sharing happiness all the time? Irrespective of environment, irrespective of peoples, irrespective of what other thing. Am I being in the conscious all the time? If I'm able to stay in that conscious, eventually that vibration goes to everyone's mind. Who are interacting with you, who are talking to you, wherever you come in connection. So they also get the same atmosphere, same vibration. So they will never forget that feeling that they receive. It's usually when we talk to people every day or every other day over a month, we create an impression about them. We think that they are a good person. They are not that good person. So they have this problem. By holding that thought in our mind, we'll be keep responding in the same way. Every time when you see that person, we think that, oh, this person is this person. So we have to answer this way. So we create that atmosphere. So instead of holding one kind of quality on a person, instead of holding it, things are moving. Each and every day, people learn new things. They observe new things. They improve themselves. So giving a space for that, giving an opportunity for that, and also sharing our wisdom, sharing how we are handling that situation, sharing how we are able to get through the hard situation, they will also learn from us. So by sharing our quality, by sharing the happiness, our self-respect that we have. So if you think that we are a very loyal person, we are a very trustworthy person, the same self-respect applies to everyone. Everyone is also same way. And they are not able to keep up because of one reason or another, because of lack of some quality. So they don't have patience at that time, or they are in some other situation, they are not able to hold at that time. Probably next day they can do better. By holding that thought in our mind, we will not able to help them at all. We always assume that they are this way, they are that way. And that eventually they become like that because everyone is keep saying it. So that's kind of going in a negative way. So by maintaining our self-respect and sharing that respect with everybody, irrespective of their nature, that eventually creates an equal bond on everyone.
So it's not controlling.
It's not controlling. There is nothing controlling. So we have our respect and we are sharing it. So if a person goes to doctor, if a patient goes to doctor and say that I have stomach pain, if doctor start complaining about the patient, you would have maintained this, you would have done the diet properly, you would have done your exercise properly. If you keep complaining back, it doesn't work. So doctor is helping you to heal your problem. Doctor is not keep re-emphasizing your problem. Doctor is helping you to heal your problem and get well. Doctor knows you are not doing something right. Doctor knows you are not following the diet. The doctor knows you are not following some kind of exercise, some kind of pattern. It is not that he is going to blame you, he is going to complain about it. He's going to tell you a solution, how to get out of it, how to follow the routine. Start from small tasks, take 10 minutes, 5 minutes. He will give you a kind of program or a diet program for you to get out of the problem. The same way in day-to-day life also, we see problems, we see people's, and they are not able to do something for some reason. They don't have that quality. At that time, they are not able to maintain that respect they're supposed to maintain. So we help them. We share how we do it. We help them to get what they don't have. So that kind of sharing in each and every way of qualities that eventually help us to maintain a good relationship. And they also have a feeling. If you go to that person, so that person will help us. They will understand what we don't have. They will help. So that kind of feeling and atmosphere we'll be able to establish. So then we should be able to work with everyone.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Nam. Rupa, how does that work with you? That expression taking the form in the sense of yourself as a soul and the soul living in the body.
That is I was always thinking we have to create the first relationship with myself, how I see myself. Am I see pure being, loveful, joyful, or am I always seeing my weaknesses and judging myself? Then I don't able to love myself. I always criticize myself. So through this spirituality knowledge is give me understanding. This is the loveful life is the most important journey of the spirituality, which I learn it. I'll not only learn, but it's uplifting me. The whole life is just like always underestimate myself, cursing myself. I am such and such. Never uplift myself. But through this spirituality, always showing me inside, see your inner beauty is always hidden within you. The God always shows you, you are the beautiful, you are the perfect and loveful. You don't look outside the love. Love is within you. So you have to just express the love. Once I understood is I'm a loveful and I have a beautiful relationship with myself that I will share with everyone. This is always helping me a lot and it's improving my day-to-day life. Because before it's just like I have self-doubt with myself or something I'm holding negative energy within myself. Someone's past, something, whatever happened is always a repentance and regret within myself. So I start learning, forgive myself through this journey, understanding I am a loveful. So I start forgiving. So just spread the word forgiving. So I just start giving myself, you are the loveful. Why I'm holding past is past. The moment is gone, it's become past. Why I'm holding and this current moment is right now I'm destroying or ruining this moment by thinking about the past regrets, past mistake and everything. This is right now is in my hand. So this understanding of the spirituality, this understanding of my beauty, which is within me, helping to overcome and helping to love each other, helping first myself. So this is how I learned to forgive and forget, and just move on. That's how helping me day to day my life, not holding any negative, just be positive, share positive, and spread the positivity. Thank you.
Thank you, Rupa. Beautiful. And Niru, how do you share that expression with yourself of love? How do you give that love to yourself?
As sister was also saying that it starts with the self-love, so the love for the self. So for me, it is to see, how do I really see now that I have the knowledge that I am that pure soul, I am that being of light. Do I still see myself as Niru, as this person who has so many roles of being at work, a co-worker, a mother, daughter-in-law, a sister, and many other roles? Do I see myself through that filter? Or do I truly see myself as that being who is a traveler or a guest in this body? Nothing more than that. Is just a guest who's wearing this costume of the body. You and I, we all wear clothes, we don't wear the same clothes every day. And we don't identify ourselves with the clothes which we wear. So this is nothing, a costume that I, the soul, I'm in this body, wearing this costume, which looks pretty real, it's living costume. Am I identifying myself with this? And having that understanding and knowing that I'm a guest who has an entry and an exit, and that exit is not defined. So all I have is the now, the moment now, with you and I. How do I want to be this now? Knowing that I am full of love, knowing that I am peace, I am happiness, I am joy, I am knowledge, I am power. Everything lies within me. And knowing that I'm here just to play a part. It's a stage we all are in. We are playing a part which is scripted within us. Second by second, it's just going to unfold on its own. You don't have to make the effort for something to happen. Things will just happen in the life, whatever is supposed to happen. So knowing that I'm the guest, I'm a traveler in this body. And nothing is constant. I am the only one that is constant. Things outside are not constant. Do we feel everything is constant and stable? Nothing. Knowing if I am peace and I'm the only one which is constant and timeless, that's where I focus. So things have, it's not that nothing happens to me in life. No, mind has its job of creating sometimes irritation, sometimes anger, sometimes fear, sometimes insecurity. Am I identifying myself with that? Yeah, there are times I do. But then I try to step back, getting back my attention of who am I, and getting that power back to stand and then come into action. There are times that the slip happens. You do get identified with the anger or the irritation or something. But then we have to just see yourself, the true identity coming from that place, because I know that whatever expression or whatever action I'm going to do, I'll be creating that impression. So what happens is when every time those things happen, situations will happen, everything will happen. If you gradually step back and get your attention back to your true self, then those things that come all the time, they start fading away. So their impression on you start becoming lesser and lesser. So keeping myself back in that elevated stage and seeing myself as the guest helps me to my truth.
Thank you, Sister Niru. And that's what's so beautiful about this whole quality of love, right? When we recognize, and if we see all of us, we all like to have this quality in our life. We want someone else to be it for us, right? Even if I can't be it for someone, I think you should love me. You should be that for me. And so this, and then in time, yes, we kind of condition it. And so many steps this love passes through. But recognition of the self, and that's what we're listening to them, sharing from what they have taken from the journey, is that how they have progressed in this experience of love. Now, one is loving yourself, but then you come into relationship with people every day, whether at home, whether at workplace, whether in traveling. How does this love gets expressed to others when you might find someone not being nice to you? You know, none of you are on the train, but you're on the road and you call it the road rage and all these things. And so different scenes and situations arises. Or there might be situations where the family may not be doing the same thing that you're doing. You want it like this, someone else might want it like this. And so how do each one of you face these different circumstances?
So people like to see examples. So they would like to see someone who is perfect, someone who is doing everything right, and follow them. So if you are an example, and if you understand how people are, and if you want to be an example, and you show your qualities and you express your qualities at every interaction with the people, and over the time, they will also get impressed by your qualities and they also get influenced by your qualities. And over the time, they accept it and they gather it. It's all about to be an example. So we have to stay in our self-respect and we have to be an example and we will be keep sharing our qualities with everyone we meet the whole day, from morning to afternoon to evening. We meet, I work with the business people. So I meet a lot of business people, finance people every day who always deal with money, business situations, competition. They have a lot of pressure in their mind. Sales people, pre-sales people, post-sales people, customer support people. So they always have a lot of things in their mind. So when you meet them, so you can share how to deal with certain situations because we have a lot of experience and things dealing with the people's personalities, things like that. So once you are able to share how to deal with that, once you are able to share in a way that they understand, they will appreciate it. They will help you. They will try to take inspiration from you and they will try to share with others. So be an example, understand the right way of doing things, be an example and share your qualities with everyone will eventually help to maintain good relationship with everybody. So that's,
So you're one of those samples.
yes, we have to learn.
Samples become example, right? It is samples that they take and create many, many of these products. Every product starts with one piece, right? One masterpiece. And then that masterpiece becomes an example. Very good.
As I said the before, have to our relationship with myself. So I'm the best friend of my own. Once this one is clear, so I just remember the one story. The monk and with his disciple were sitting together, and earthquake was happened that time. So all the disciples ran out, and monk was sitting there. So after everything was settled, they came and they asked from the disciple, "You didn't go out. This happened." The monk says, "You ran out. I ran inside." So I learned this a lot from this. Initially, I couldn't understand what does it mean, brain inside. But when I understood the spirituality, the knowledge of this one, who am I? I'm a pure being. I'm a soul who is a fearless. There's no fear in there. When I understood this concept and every day to day my life I apply a little bit every day I apply to in my life. So it means when whatever situation comes in your life, no matter what horrible is, situation comes through family, through financial, morals, or any relationship. But what is my stage that time? Am I stumbling, running outside, complaining, making complain with others, sharing with others? By sharing with others, doing complaining, it creates a negative energy in the atmosphere. So it means we are exchanging negative energy with each other, not creating positive energy. But if I sit quietly, go inside silently, just sit with myself and connect with God, then I will get the solution. If mind become clear, I can catch the vibration of the God. If mind is disturbed, can't catch. They only stumble, mess everywhere, mess here and mess outside. So we cannot catch anything. So the biggest, I think, so is relationship is the first yourself. Sit quietly, take a moment in every day, sit with yourself, understand who am I, what is my relationship with myself, am I pure full? If my heart is full with love, I share the love with my each and every family. Sorry. If my heart is full, I can share because everything is project outside. My inner world is full with love. There is a no gap. Because if there is a gap, always trying to look outside to fill the gap within myself. So that's why we just become and there lead more desires developed because the love is missing, the lack of the love is missing in our life. So it creates the many, many desires, millions desire, whether it's me, to fill the gap of the love. So first we have to understand that I have to love with myself. Then if my glass is full, I can share with each and everyone. If my glass is empty, I can't share. Because that's why I know if I'm full with love and joy and happiness, I share. If I'm not love full and anger and with frustration, I always pop out with whoever comes in front of me. So that is the first understand I am a love being. Love is my nature, my quality, and I easily share with each one. So always go inside, run inside, don't go out. So that's a lesson I learned from this knowledge. So don't make make a decision, take a pause, step back, think about it, connect with God, and make a decision. Because that decision is very, very powerful. Love is the powerful weapon and cheapest way. Thank you.
So when the storms of life comes, where will you go? Where will we go? Inside. Don't stay outside. You know, it's like the hurricane winds and the rain and all the situations that's happening out there. You stay indoor. So this is the place of being indoor, being in here. Just return to the space of light. And when you're here, everything is easy because that's when you will remember who you are. Nice.
For my coming in this knowledge now, my entire attitude towards my family, my co-workers, my friends, everything has kind of shifted. So the ones with whom I'm coming in interaction with on a daily basis, they are the ones in my inner circle. And I see them, if I see myself as a soul, my focus is more to see them also as a soul. It's not just I am the one and they are not. If I'm that pure being and I'm the one which is loved by God all the time, they are too. They're also that pure joy, pure peace, pure love. So the vision has changed, seeing them the way I see me. And they are there and they're serving me. First, like when I say they're serving me, it's because anything that they are doing, because they're bound to do what they're supposed to do, because it's all predestined recording, which is all within us. That those scenes are going to come. If there is something of somebody's angry at me, somebody's complaining about me, or somebody's saying something that I really don't like and I feel that's not appropriate what they're saying. My other self used to be like years ago. And at times things could happen that my blame is I'm blaming them. So I'm just pointing to them and I'm blaming them. They are the reason for this. They are the reason who's causing me pain. They are the reason who's talking to me. Where are the three fingers pointing? To me, not to them. It's to me. So something I need to go back and check. They are actually helping me and serving me, because if I'm getting angry, they are saying whatever they're supposed to say. It's in their script. If I'm getting angry, it means there is something within me that I need to, and I'm saying that I have become that anger, and my expression has changed to anger. Then I know have to something in me that I didn't step back. I didn't step back and I came into action and I came into words with that. So it's very important while in interaction, there's one eye inside you, within you, like the introversion, to see what is it coming within me that I need to clean, which is not the quality of a soul. Soul's quality is not jealousy, hatred, anger, irritation, complaint. It's just the opposite: joy, love, peace. So knowing that those complaints and all those things, that kind of just goes away, because they are actually helping me to see what I need to work on myself and not get trapped in those moments. It's an effort. It's not that easy that it happens and there's perfection. It's a journey. It's a constant effort. And then wearing different hats and many roles that I have at work also. Seeing them as a soul, the levels, vice president, chief technology officer level, because I work in IT. I have a team that I manage. doesn't come from the place of ego. If something I have to talk to the CTO, I see them as a soul. Everybody has a soul with no labels. And I speak what I need to speak. I don't have that fear or the hesitation. When I'm with the children, I see sometimes they are uncertain, they're not sure what they're doing, or they may make mistakes. So again, my focus is, how am I seeing them? Am I seeing them as the person with the mistake, the person who did something wrong, person who spoke like that? Or am I seeing their beauty, the being? And I've seen that there could be things in family, where the siblings may be having disagreement or disagreement with anybody. If I'm focusing on their peacelessness, I'm focusing on their anger. If I'm focusing, then I'm actually adding fuel to the fire. But if I've experimented with that, if I'm focusing on their peaceful being, they're just playing a part, and I'm just observing them while they're doing that. So what do you change? Your vibrations have changed. You're not judging them. You're seeing something which they're not showing. You're going beyond that. You're seeing here their true self and not the role they are playing. And that diffuses the situation. That diffuses the judgment, the complaint. Why are you talking like this? Why are you? No, just see the drama. See what they're doing. If you have to guide, you guide. If you have to suggest, you suggest. But coming from that place of not judgment and criticism.
Lovely. Lovely, Niru. When you have family life, Niru has husband and children and yes, co-workers and all of that. So at families, we have difficulties sometimes, right? Family life is not as easy as 1, 2, 3. Somewhere something happens, but how do we deal with it? How do we work with it is what is most important, so that you bring peace at home, or else family life could come into pieces, into a lot of difficulties. So I always appreciate her way of dealing with her challenges at home. And if we can take a step further and we look at God, because we all need the powers when we feel powerless. We all need that love when we don't feel that I have enough love in myself, or I was looking for love outside of me and I didn't receive it. Then we sometimes say, oh God, where are you? So we look around first, didn't find it, and then we turn in the direction to God. And we call for God. So why do you think that calling is there? And so how did God play a role in your life? Giving you that experience where you feel satisfied by God's love, that if for some reason this love doesn't show up from outside, or I don't feel that I have enough of it for myself, how is it that this love of God has helped you in these moments? One can answer.
So God is the one who is fully trustworthy, and God does not give any choice to do anything bad. God does not have the choice. The moment God does something bad, he is not God anymore. So God must have to do only good to everybody. That is why when there is a problem, the final choice is always God. So God does not have any other choice. So God giving us direction. The only thing God does is God giving directions, God giving teachings, God giving our own introduction, God teaching us what is right, what is wrong. So God giving us direction by following directions, by getting direction from God and following directions is the right thing to do. God giving us proper directions. By not following God directions, we get into all different complications, problems, not even knowing our own self, how to interact with others. All those complications comes into play when you forget God's directions. So God's directions is the one giving strength to handle each and every moment in our life, especially for me to handle my life, to do everything, to be active, to get up in the morning, to do things. So God's directions, Srimad, we call it as Srimad, giving us strength to perform every actions in a right way. So there is a right action, there is an incorrect action, wrong action. So God's Srimad, God's directions, giving us the instructions at every moment, how to handle situations, how to be active, how to do things, how to talk to people, how to interact with people. So by following God's directions and by sharing that wisdom, what we experience, what we learn, what we do, by sharing that wisdom to everyone, is helping us to move forward. What we do, whatever we do, that first of all, it is for us. It is for the self. If you feel happy, if you feel good, the people who comes into our interaction will also feel good because we are doing right thing that gives us happiness. If you make someone upset, you will not feel happy. You also feel bad about it because you make someone not happy. So by following God's direction, it is not possible to make someone happy. So God gives us clear directions. What is right, what is wrong, what to do, what not to do, how to interact, how to see someone's weakness. Even someone does not have patience, for example. So we understand that they don't have patience. We recognize that. And we share our patience. We teach them how to be patient. We share our patience in a way that they don't feel bad. When you point somebody, say for example, if you say that you did not do this right, if you try to point fingers, they will lose their courage. They don't like you anymore. So never make anybody guilty, never makes anyone feel bad. Don't spoil their courage. Don't make somebody, if you break somebody's courage, that's the biggest disservice that you can do. Because if somebody doesn't have a courage, they can't take any step. They always feel bad. They feel fear to take next step, even to talk to you, because you may blame them. You may point fingers on them. So they may not feel comfortable. So how to share your wisdom, your quality in a way that not pointing them, not pointing their mistakes, not making them guilty, and express in a very polite way, positive way is what we learn from God. So that's the relationship with the God that we are sharing with everyone.
And so even if someone do that to you, and this is where God's love will protect you, that you don't take it also. So it's both ways. Relationships is always both ways, right? What I give, what I receive. Do I take what someone gives me? If it's not going to make me happy, it's not going to feel uplifting, am I going to accept it? No. And so this is where God plays a role, that I can go to that being because that being will never judge me. Because relationships have a lot of flaws in it, if I may say flaws. And those flaws sometimes hurt us. But how not to go to that place when someone is in that state? But how do I uphold myself? And so tell us, Rupa, how do you do that?
It is a beautiful relationship with God. This is the first when I start this course of Raj Yoga meditation. And when I got the introduction of myself and as well as God, so it was surprised me, how come I keep relationship with God? Because we think is God is very highest and high. We can't reach them, we can't touch them. That was the concept in devotional time. But once we understand, no, because soul and supreme soul, when connect, we can have a real relationship, living relationship with them. So I always admire with my relationship with God is as a friend, because friend is always trustworthy. Friend always keep your secrets. He never share here and there. He never spoil your identity. He never spoil anything. So I always enjoy my relationship with God as a friend. Some moment when I miss my dad, so I remember with relationship with God, he's my dad, he's my father, he's my sweet. So I always playing with all relationship with him and enjoying. So the more I come close as a friend, as a daughter, as a sister to my father, so more I just feeling vibration, a pure vibration. It's just like life make it so easy. It's just like there are many doors were open. You have to just look, see through my eyes. And he always encouraging you. No matter how hard time you are facing, he's always here for you. So it's just like I completely lost in his love. It's just like the when the river water come and flow and come, it's merged into the ocean water. Similarly, I, the soul, is a river. and come when I recognize He is the ocean of love and merge in His love. So feeling so soothing, and it's just like I complete mesmerized His love. And life make it so easy. No matter whatever comes, I just share the love. I give the love because I'm receiving from Powerhouse. He encouraging me. He never judge me. He never see the defect or weaknesses with me. He always see you are a beauty jewel, diamond jewel. It's just like the diamond find in the coal mines. How dirty is diamond, but it's valuable. That's how the God sees. There is no, doesn't matter how many layers you put on, but you're still beautiful jewels, beautiful diamond. That's how He see me. You are the flawless diamond. Doesn't matter. Yes, we are playing our part, as sister was sharing, different roles. There are many circumstances comes, but it's still I'm a beautiful. Behind this mask, I'm a diamond. So this relationship giving me strength, giving me power, and just loving myself, loving others, and loving God. So that's how the power I received from Him. Thank you.
Thank you, Rupa.
Yeah.
As sister was saying, it just opens a different venue and a different relationship with God. With this knowledge that it's not that we are down below, we are the sinners, we are the bad ones, and we're not worthy of anything. It's just knowing that He is my father, He's my mother, He can have any relationship with Him. If He's my father, I have birthright. I'm the heir. I have the right. Whatever He has, I have it. So it's not that the father or mother, they're going to hold something back from the children. They share it, they give it because it's them. So I see, I have God's DNA in me. I'm no less because He uplifts us at the time of need. There are situations that, as I said, in the family and stuff, there are situations where timing seem very tough. But always knowing that I can trust Him, I have 100% faith. He's always there. He's always there for me. And having that right, that demanding that right, you are there and I'm trusting you to take care of me. Having that authority, like our kids sometimes say, Mom, you have to do that for me. So something like, so just those timings I experimented with that, having that faith and trusting God that you are with me when I have one strength, one support, then what? That situations were coming, but I had that courage. And with my vibration of having that courage, just lightens the entire atmosphere. I was there in that situation for a month. But then when I talked with my children about it, realized just laughing over it, that how easy we were flowing with it. I would not have been able to be in that situation because we are worriers. We start worrying about the future, worrying about it. But here, knowing that it's a part, it's a script, and knowing that who you really belong to, it just makes it you become very carefree. You still have to do things, but trusting that it makes it different. So having that faith, having that trust. And I also realize that it's not that I have to sit in front of, like I would do idol worship, that I have to sit in front of the idol, chant certain things for half an hour, looking at the watch, and then I have to run to work. There's some chore I have to do and then it's over. There was no relationship that I was feeling. But now I know when I am with God, I don't have to sit anywhere, even whilst I'm doing. It's just in my awareness. I don't have to sit or close my eyes also. That's what I do. Even while I'm in action, even while I'm doing dishes or I'm working or I am doing anything, in my awareness, I bring God. He's right here. Even now, He's right there. Nobody can separate me from Him. And what really connects with him is that remembrance, that connection of remembrance. Just like when a mother has a child in the stroller, it's not that she's just sitting there with the child. No, she's doing her work, she's cleaning, she's vacuuming, or she's chopping vegetables, but her one eye is on the baby so that she can run and quickly take care. So while I'm in action, in my mind, that in awareness, I have that he's right here. So my one eye is there and I'm still doing. And I could be having some internal conversation with him. Is this right? Is that bad? Should I do this? Should I not do that? You know, all that kind of stuff. But I'm not talking, but there's some inner commentary going on. So then it really brings that more closeness and relationship in building that. So that's what helps me in dealing with the challenges in life or the situation. But there are things when you do get confused too. It's not that automatically you're coming up with the decisions or stuff. Then you just sit and see where you're coming.
And see how fast the time goes. Anyone has a thought you want to share? Thank you, Niru. Anyone has a thought you want to share? Your own personal feeling of how you express love in your life, whether to yourself or whether to those around you, or whether to God, because it's very important that we create this awareness, or else life passes by 1 day, 2 days, it goes by and nothing is really coming where I'm looking at and seeing these different aspects or the facets to the same diamond and let it sparkle. So look at it a little bit more. I know the time is going and we have a couple of minutes of meditation
And announcements.
and announcement.
We're not
So-
here next week.
But anyone has any thought you want to share? Okay. Yeah, and then I can. So
Just a
Luis
few
will, so
Announcements.
that's another expression of love, of sharing what's coming up so that we are prepared for next week.
Next week, we are not meeting here. We don't have a meeting.
Oh, right,
next
not
week,
next
right?
week.
Yes. And the next session will be the following week where we have Sister Dorothy from Peace Village will be with us. And so don't miss that. She's very dynamic, wonderful, wonderful speaker. Okay, so also at Left Town, if you want to join us for a meditation class, we are not meeting next week, and the next session will be August 24th and August 31st, Saturday mornings, 10 to 11:15. If you're interested, just call Harmony House and we'll help you out with that. On Sunday, August 18th, from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30, we have meditation for world peace. You can come here and meditate in person, which is lovely, or you can do it online. So you'll see that coming in a flyer when you're on our email list. And Thursday, August 22nd, we have Sister Dorothy. I said that, and I think that's it.
The program, just a little bit more on the program with Sister Dorothy, will be the Raksha Bandhan program where we tie, it's like this bracelet. So it's a very beautiful bracelet that you'll be receiving. I have 2, I had 4, some fell off. But we celebrate the month of August as the bond of love. And so on that specific date, everyone who comes, you will be receiving one of this beautiful bracelet. And it has to do with the bond with yourself, but also with God. My relationship, my connection, my receiving, all of that from this one source. Because the source has everything we need. We don't have to go running around outside to find anything. We move inside, right? Remember your living room inside? Yes, remember that space inside for all time. And then go beyond. Go beyond to God. And in that experience, all your treasures are there waiting for you. So we're going to have a couple of minutes of meditation. You have
Yes,
something
so
else?
that's the Rocky I was talking about at the beginning before I introduced them. So come to them. Beautiful.
So let's have a couple of minutes of meditation. And let's give a round of applause to our 3 panelists. They did well, right? We can see that when we are learning, we are studying how it's moving into the being. So we start living from the being. And when we live from the being, there is a vast difference. And that's what happens to everyone here. Whether you come only on a Thursday nights, or you take the meditation classes, or you study every day, life changes. Everything around. So we all have these beautiful qualities in us. And sometimes it gets covered like with the dark clouds today, right? When the situations come. So what do? Go beyond it. And the more we go beyond, our experiences in life changes. So let's have a couple of minutes of sweet meditation. And meditation is basically to move inside. And so sitting quietly, holding the awareness of the self, the being of light that is so pure and beautiful. See yourself in this beautiful form. It's your image. It's who you are. You are forever in this form of being the beautiful light. The dark clouds may come, but they go. You are who you are when you remember that this is who you are. And so let this feeling of love and peace within yourself create such a deep impact, such a deep impression that it takes the form of beautiful expressions of life, where you're able to share this love with others, with those who don't love you. They may even defame you. They may criticize you. They may speak things which are not true. But I hold within myself that I am love. And I have to share love. Receiving this love from God gives the soul the power to be in that form. Even in the darkest moment, it is as though this light shines for me. This light of love seems like a subtle hand that reaches out and helps me through life. And it's the hand of God. It's a hand that you can't see, but it's a hand that you feel. And you know that this is not the hand of a human, but it is a hand of the power that you may need in that moment. It may even be a quality. Whatever it is that's needed, you will feel this subtle hand, this invisible hand is there because my thought is connected to the one. So again and again, as many times throughout the day, remember who you are. Remember whom you belong to. And this belonging gives the deepest experiences of what true love is, what pure love is, what constant love is. Om Shanti. Om Shanti, and Om means I am a soul. Shanti means to be peaceful. So every time we say Om Shanti, it's like an exchange of peace. I see you in peace, and you see me in peace. So is there anyone who's coming for the first time?
Yes, we have one person.
Welcome. We are happy to have everyone coming here. So keep coming and keep coming. Yeah, you've been here. Yes. Okay. Om Shanti, everyone, and have a good night.
And we have blessing and Toli for everyone on your way out. Good evening,
Om
those
Shanti.
on Zoom. Thank you, panelists. Thank you, Sister Anjani. Om Shanti. See you in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Very well. You've been here before?